Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we're going to be cash stuffing my envelopes. If you didn't see my video yesterday on my cash planning, please go ahead and go back and watch it. That's how I determined how much is going to be going into each of my discretionary spending envelopes. For those of you who are just joining us as well, I use a zero-based cash budgeting system where all of my discretionary spending is pulled out of my account and put into binders with cash envelopes. And that helps me manage how much I'm spending because every dollar has a purpose. And I cannot go over the amounts in those envelopes. Okay, so let's get to it. So we're going to start with my daily binder, the purple one. So in this binder is where I do most of my spending. So like gas, groceries, entertainment, restaurants, subscription, and household. I am going to be making some changes to these for my next pay. I have a whole bunch more envelopes that I want to add, and so I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging and then also putting them in alphabetical order because honestly this kind of annoys me the way it is right now. So we're going to be getting a little bit better at it. But I budget for a 2-week period for my family. So my husband and I, and then our 2 boys. And so all of the amounts in here are supposed to last us 2 weeks. So for this first envelope is gas. So we have 2 vehicles, so $125, but we split it between the 2 of us. So one of us will get 50 and the other one will get 75. And that is really just to ensure that whoever is doing the most driving gets the bigger amount of money. For those of you who live in Canada, you know that those don't necessarily fill the tank, but that is okay because we don't typically go through a full tank. I work from home most of my time, and my husband just works around our community. So we don't do a lot of driving anyways. The caveat to that is when our kids are playing sports in various different locations. So sometimes we have practices or games that are quite far away, like half hour to an hour. Or if we're having tournaments and stuff where we have to travel longer spots, then we obviously need a little bit more gas for those situations. For these, for everything in this wallet or this binder, I do not actually keep track of the balance. The expectation is that I'm spending pretty much everything in here, so I'm not going to bother with the balances. I do keep my bind, not necessarily my daily one, but definitely my longer term ones with the higher amounts. Those are kept in a safe, so having it in my planner with this balance lets me kind of keep track of how much is in there. What's really great as well is I actually made these off of Excel, and then I just keep them in my planner so that like I said, I have access to see how much is in there. Entertainment, we're going to be using $40. It's Halloween this week. So I wanted to put this in here for our trick or treating. Hopefully that is enough. And I gotta go buy all of that actually this week. Groceries, we do $500. And again, because it's 2 weeks, I want to make sure I have $250 for each week I go grocery shopping. So that's why I have signed up for those denominations. Dining out is going to be $50. And again, I don't necessarily use the full 50 at once. Sometimes it's just 20 here or there. So I do like to have a smaller bills for that. Subscriptions. So this is the category I use for like Netflix, Amazon, that kind of stuff. And it's always the same amount. I just put $20 in every 2 weeks. I think I'm going to be actually moving this to my longer term because I only touch it once a month, or like take money out. Oh, and actually I forgot to So I have 60 in here. So I need to make a trip to the bank and put that on my credit card. So all of my subscriptions come off of my credit card, but I just put the dollar amount in here. And then at the end of every month, I will pull it out of the envelope and put it on the credit card so that when the next month's bills come off, I've already paid them off. Household is going to be 25. And we are done with my purple binder. So now we're going to move into my blue binder. So these are the envelopes that I spend less frequently than the daily ones. So they're they have things like clothes or gifts or things like that. Not any long-term savings, kind of the mid amount. So in here, I need to organize this more. I do have these little balance sheets in each of my envelopes just because I tend to use them less. So just to remind myself how much is in here, I have a regular balance that I try to keep track of. And that way when I pull it out, it's easy for me to just look and say, oh, okay, I have $16 in this envelope. Okay, medical. I am in Canada, so I don't have to spend a lot of money on medical expenses. This is more for prescriptions. So that isn't covered by my work or my husband's work healthcare plans. And then of course the government doesn't cover that kind of stuff, but it's also for like Band-Aids, aspirin, that kind of thing. So it's probably time for me to actually buy some new prescriptions. So that will probably be replenished, or that will go away. It will be reduced, the balance in there, pretty soon. Okay, clothing. I didn't have anything for clothing, although I should probably add some in there next pay. My son it's getting on winter, and my younger son needs some snow paints. So he's outgrown his from last year. Same with gifts, although there's only 16. I don't have any birthdays coming up, but I think next pay I will definitely need to add some in there. Beauty is also not getting anything, nor is Costco. Sports is getting $30 though. So there's $2.75 in here. So I have a cash call for kids sports coming up. So I'll just make sure this amount is correct. So 2, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95. That does not make sense because I'm adding 30. It should be 305. So 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95. I'm having $10 missing. I wonder what that... Okay, well, we're going to put... Oh, that's why it was $265. I am losing my mind. Okay. So $295 because we put 30 in there. Okay, so this is actually going to be going down to 0 pretty soon because I have to do a cash call for kids sports. So $295. And I realized I forgot to update my balances. So medical I did. Clothing is 65. Gifts is 16. Beauty is 10. Costco is 45. And sports I did. Okay, school is next. So we are going to be, oh, sorry about that. I just had someone at my door, so I had to go deal with that. So we were at school. So for school, we're going to be putting 15 in there. So that brings our balance. So good thing I have a calculator. So 25 plus 15, 40. Which is good because I think I have, my older son is in middle school, and so he gets to choose electives, and so there's some fees with those, so I'm gonna have to pay those soon. Okay, so that is my mid savings binder. Now let's go into my longer term savings. So I don't have a whole lot in here, but we do have a vacation coming up to the States. My husband's American, so we're having a family reunion over American Thanksgiving. So this is just going to cover some of our expenses that are going. So we have $85 in here, and we are going to be adding 35. So I should have 120. So so that is 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, and 120. So we are going to have to ramp that up a little bit because we are leaving in a few weeks. Okay, Christmas. Oh, wait, did I write that down? 120 for vacation. Christmas is getting 20. Again, we're getting pretty close to Christmas, so I need to start ramping that up, although I may convert some of this to American because we'll do some shopping in the States. So there's 115, so 135. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 35. Perfect. Emergency is getting $5. So we've only got 10. I think I had a car purchase that, or sorry, not a car purchase, but a car emergency that I needed to use some of that money. So we are slowly building that back up. Oh, sorry. And then car, we have $35, so that's actually going up to 40, which is good because I don't really want to use my emergency fund for car when I have a fund for car. So we are going to leave that as is. And then roof has nothing because something I eventually have to do, but not anytime soon. So that is our cash envelope for the week, or for the next 2 weeks, I should say. I hope everyone has an amazing time. Apparently I can't talk today, my words. That's every day. I feel like I say that every single video, but that's okay. Anyways, thank you all for joining us, or joining me. If you liked this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.